This audiobook is titled How to Talk to the Universe, because that is exactly what you are about to learn how to do. You see, the universe is not silent. It listens. It responds. It reflects back to you the energy you carry, the beliefs you hold, and the intentions you set. Most people move through life unaware that they are constantly communicating with the universe through their thoughts, their emotions, and even through their silence. But what if you could speak to the universe with intention? What if you knew how to send clear, powerful signals and trust that they are being received? That is what this journey is about. Chapter 1. The vibrational nature of reality. The universe we live in is not static. It is not random, and it is certainly not blind. Instead, it is alive with rhythm, intelligence, and a complex vibrational structure. To truly understand how to talk to the universe and receive a response, we must first recognize a foundational truth. Everything is energy, and all energy vibrates. From the smallest particles to the vast reaches of galaxies, everything that exists is in motion. This motion is what we call vibration. Science, especially through the lens of quantum physics, has long shown that matter is not as solid as it appears. At the subatomic level, particles flicker in and out of existence, and their behavior seems to be influenced by observation itself. Beneath this apparent chaos lies a simple and elegant truth. All things are energy, vibrating at different frequencies. When we talk about vibration, we are referring to the rate at which energy moves. Lower frequency vibrations often show up as heaviness, fear, doubt, or stagnation. Higher frequency vibrations are expressed through joy, love, clarity, and abundance. This vibrational spectrum does not apply only to objects or matter. It applies to your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions. Your thoughts are not passive or meaningless ideas that simply drift through your mind. They are energetic signals. Each thought emits a specific frequency, much like a broadcast signal. If you imagine your mind as a transmitter, then your thoughts are the messages being sent out into the universe. And like a cosmic mirror, the universe reflects back to you whatever you are consistently broadcasting. But it does not stop there. Your emotions play a vital role in shaping the frequency of your thoughts. Think of emotions as amplifiers. A thought charged with strong emotion becomes exponentially more powerful. This is why a deeply felt desire tends to manifest faster than a casual wish. The stronger the emotional energy behind your thoughts, the more vivid and magnetic the signal you send. Let's ground this with an example then. Imagine you think, I want to attract more abundance into my life. If that thought is filled with desperation, fear, or doubt, such as a hidden belief like, I'm not worthy of wealth, or it's too late for me, then the vibration you are emitting is not abundance. It is lacking. The universe does not respond to your words. It responds to your vibration. This is why affirmations that lack emotional alignment often fail. The true language of the universe is vibrational, not verbal. Now consider someone who holds a calm and confident belief that abundance is natural and available. Their thoughts are not just words. They are expressions of deep inner alignment. That alignment emits a high-frequency vibration that matches the vibration of abundance itself. This is the person who begins to experience opportunities, synchronicities, and resources flowing into their life, not by luck, but by vibrational harmony. This brings us to an essential realization. Manifestation is not about forcing, begging, or convincing. It is about becoming vibrationally aligned with what you desire. If you want love, you must embody the frequency of love. If you want peace, you must become peaceful. If you want success, you must emit the vibration of confidence and clarity. So how do you change your vibration? The first step is awareness. You cannot change what you are not aware of. Begin to observe your inner state. Not just what you are thinking, but how you are feeling. Your feelings are the most honest indicators of your vibrational state. Are you hopeful or anxious? Grateful or resentful? Empowered or defeated? By checking in with yourself regularly, you start to regain control over the signals you are sending. The second step is conscious recalibration. This means intentionally choosing thoughts, behaviors, and practices that raise your vibration. One of the most effective ways to do this is through emotional resonance. Gratitude, for example, is one of the highest frequency states a human being can experience. When you feel genuine gratitude, not just saying thank you, but truly feeling appreciation, your entire energetic field shifts. In the same way, acts of kindness, forgiveness, mindfulness, and creativity elevate your frequency. On a physical level, movement, time in nature, nourishing food, and quality sleep all influence your energetic baseline. Everything is connected. You are not just a mind. You are a body, a spirit, and an energetic field constantly interacting with the world around you. Next, understand the power of consistency. The universe does not respond to your occasional wishes. It responds to your dominant vibration. This is why short bursts of positivity or temporary motivation are not enough. Your results are shaped by your consistent emotional tone. The energy you carry most of the time, especially when you are not consciously trying to manifest. You cannot fake your frequency, but you can shift it. And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Another powerful tool is visualization. When you visualize your desires not only mentally, but emotionally, when you feel the joy of your dream as if it already exists, you begin to harmonize with the frequency of that reality. The subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you visualize from the heart, you train your subconscious to expect and accept your new reality. That expectation becomes the foundation for manifestation. It is also important to recognize that your environment affects your vibration. The people you spend time with, the media you consume, and the places you frequent all influence your energy. Choose relationships and environments that uplift and inspire you. Protect your energy as if it were your most valuable resource, because it is. Finally, surrender to the intelligence of the universe. While it may seem paradoxical, letting go is one of the highest forms of alignment. When you release the need to control how and when your desires appear, you create space for divine timing to unfold. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means trusting that the universe is not working against you. It is working with you. It is part of you. And it is always responding to your vibration. In essence, to talk to the universe, you must speak in frequency. Words alone are not enough. It is your energy, your emotions, and your embodied state that carry the message. And there you have it, the foundational principles of communicating with the universe. When you learn to embody these truths, you are not just speaking to the universe. You are speaking with it. This is not a metaphor. It is a real energetic dialogue, one that responds to your frequency, not just your words. If you are still here and ready to go deeper, you are exactly where you need to be. In the next chapter, we will explore how to set powerful, clear intentions, because knowing how to ask is the next essential step in mastering this universal conversation. Chapter 2. Setting Clear Intentions. In the previous chapter, we uncovered the truth that the universe is vibrational in nature, and that it responds not to our words, but to our frequency. This understanding forms the foundation of manifestation. But to begin shaping your reality with precision, you must now step into the role of a conscious creator. And that begins with setting clear intentions. Think of an intention as a blueprint. While your vibration provides the emotional and energetic fuel, your intention gives direction and structure. Without clarity, your energy becomes scattered, spread across many paths like a flashlight instead of a focused beam. The universe always responds, but when your signal is unclear, the response will be unclear as well. Many people fall into the habit of wishing for vague outcomes. I want to be happy. I want more money. I want love. While these desires are valid, they are too undefined to manifest clearly. What does happiness mean to you? How much money do you want? In what form would you like love to appear? Without clarity, desire remains a feeling rather than becoming a directive. A clear intention gives your vibration something specific to connect with. Just as you cannot reach a destination without a map, you cannot manifest a reality you have not consciously chosen. Intention is conscious creation. It is the shift from passive wanting to active choosing. It says to the universe, "This is what I choose," not "This is what I hope for." It is both a declaration and a commitment. Unlike a wish, an intention carries weight. It comes from a grounded sense of knowing, not from desperation or lack. If your vibration is the music, your intention is the lyrics. Together, they create harmony. In quantum terms, intention collapses possibility into probability. The quantum field holds infinite potential, and your intention acts as the magnet that begins drawing a specific outcome into physical form. The anatomy of a clear intention includes 3 essential elements. First, specificity. Be precise. Replace "I want more money" with "I am receiving $10,000 a month through my creative work." The clearer your intention, the easier it is for your subconscious mind and the universe to focus on it. Second, present tense language. State your intention as if it is already happening. This strengthens the feeling of reality and reinforces your vibration. For example, "I am living in my dream home, surrounded by beauty and peace." Third, emotional alignment. Attach the feeling of fulfillment to your intention. Ask yourself, "How would I feel if this were already true?" Then practice embodying that feeling as often as possible. As emphasized in the first chapter, the universe understands emotion fluently. Now consider alignment with your core values. An intention without alignment is like building on unstable ground. It may stand briefly, but it lacks strength. Ask yourself why you want what you want. Is this intention rooted in your truth, or in fear, comparison, or external pressure? When your intentions align with your values, they become magnetic. Manifestation flows more smoothly because there is no inner conflict. For example, someone might say, "I want to be a millionaire." If that desire is driven by the need to prove worth or gain validation, it carries insecurity. But if the intention becomes, "I desire financial freedom so I can live creatively and support meaningful causes," it resonates at a higher and clearer frequency, one the universe can work with more easily. Your intention must not only excite your mind, but also expand your heart. Focus and repetition also play an important role. Once you set your intention, you must give it attention. Focus is one of the most overlooked tools in manifestation. Just as your thoughts and emotions shape your vibration, Your ability to direct your energy consistently amplifies results. However, focus does not mean obsession. It means devotion. You are not chasing the intention. You are nurturing it. Practices like journaling, scripting, or repeating affirmations help keep your intention active in your awareness. Visualization strengthens this process. When you mentally and emotionally rehearse your desired reality as if it is already unfolding, your mind and body begin to align with it. It becomes familiar, believable, and eventually natural. Finally, understand the difference between intention and expectation. One of the most common blocks in manifestation is turning intention into rigid expectation. When you demand that your desire show up in a specific way or within a specific time frame, tension forms. That tension lowers your vibration and restricts the universe's ability to respond freely. True intention, by contrast, is powerful yet relaxed. It is firm in vision, but flexible in form. You can say, "I intend to attract a career that fulfills me," without needing it to come through a specific job title or company. This openness allows the universe to surprise you with outcomes that are better than expected. Set the direction, but release control of the path, revisiting and refining your intentions. Intentions are living energy. As you grow, they naturally evolve. Refining an intention is not a weakness. It is wisdom. Every few weeks, take time to sit quietly with your desires. Ask yourself, does this still resonate with me? Is there a deeper truth beneath this desire? Am I holding on to this because of fear or because of alignment? This reflection keeps you honest with your path and ensures that you are manifesting from who you are now, not who you were 6 months ago. Anchoring intention into your environment. Your environment shapes your energy. If you want to sustain the frequency of your intention, surround yourself with reminders of it. Create a vision board. Place meaningful objects in your space that evoke the feeling of your desired life. Design your digital world, your phone wallpaper, music, bookmarks, and daily visuals to reflect your new reality. Let your environment become a silent affirmation. When everything around you whispers your dreams, your subconscious listens. From intention to invitation. At its core, setting a clear intention turns an inner desire into an invitation to the universe. You are not commanding. You are not begging. You are declaring, "This is what I choose. This is who I am becoming. I am ready." You already learned in Chapter 1 that your vibration is the broadcast. Now, intention gives that energy structure. This is the beginning of co-creation. From this moment forward, the universe begins rearranging itself to meet you where you stand. But remember, intention is not the end. It is the beginning. A signal released into the vast field of possibility. In the chapters ahead, you will discover how belief strengthens that signal, how clarity sharpens it, how trust sustains it, and how action grounds it. Set your intention clearly. Align with it consistently. Then prepare to receive more than you imagined. Because when intention meets vibration, the universe listens. Chapter 3. The Power of Belief. We have explored how the universe responds to the vibration you emit, and how clear, aligned intentions create a path for that vibration to follow. Now we arrive at a critical point in the manifestation journey. The inner force that fuels both your vibration and your intention, your beliefs. If vibration is the frequency you broadcast, and intention is the message you send, then belief is the transmitter. It determines the strength, stability, and reach of your signal. Without belief, intentions lose power and vibrations become unstable. Belief is the magnetic force that pulls your desires from thought into physical form. Belief shapes perception, and perception shapes reality. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every action you take is filtered through your beliefs. They are the unseen architects of your inner world. You do not see the world as it is. You see it as you believe it to be. This means your beliefs do not just influence what you attract. They define what is even possible for you to receive. For example, if you hold a deep belief that money is hard to earn, no amount of affirmations or visualizations will fully work. Your subconscious will resist abundance, and you may push opportunities away or sabotage success without realizing it. But if you believe that opportunities are everywhere, and that you are a magnet for abundance, even during challenges, your energy stays open and receptive. The universe reflects that openness back to you. The science behind belief and manifestation. From a scientific view, belief is powerful because of how the brain works. The reticular activating system, or RAS, filters reality based on what you believe matters. If you believe good things happen to you, your brain scans for proof. You notice opportunities, synchronicities, and reasons to feel grateful. If you believe life is unfair, your brain highlights delays, problems, and setbacks. This is not just psychology. It is an energetic alignment. Belief stabilizes your vibration. When belief is weak, your signal fluctuates. When belief is strong, your energy becomes clear and steady, and manifestation begins to take form. Belief is a choice. Here is a truth many people overlook. Belief is not something that happens to you. It is something you choose. Most people think they must see results before they believe. But the universe works in reverse. Belief comes first. Evidence comes second. Belief is the seed. Reality is the harvest. The most powerful creators decide to believe before proof appears. They hold certainty long before the world reflects it. This is faith, not religious faith, but energetic trust. You do not need to believe everything at once. Start small. Choose one belief that supports your intention. Strengthen it daily. Look for even the smallest confirmations. That is how belief grows. Identifying and releasing limiting beliefs. To adopt empowering beliefs, you must first uncover the ones holding you back. These are often formed through childhood experiences, social conditioning, or past disappointments. Common limiting beliefs include, I am not good enough. Success is for others. If I try, I will fail. I always attract the wrong relationships. I do not deserve happiness. These are not truths. They are programs, and programs can be rewritten. Begin by observing your inner dialogue. Notice the thoughts that appear when you set an intention or imagine a new future. Pay attention to the quiet but statements. Once you identify a limiting belief, question it. Is this absolutely true? Where did it come from? What belief would serve me better? Replace the old belief with a new one. This process requires repetition. Old beliefs were built over time, and new ones are built the same way. But with awareness and consistency, empowering beliefs become your default, and your results change with them. Belief plus intention equals activation. In Chapter 2, you learned that intentions are the blueprint of desire. But without belief, no construction begins. Belief is the activation switch. It aligns your inner world with the outcome you seek. When manifestation seems not to work, it is usually because belief and intention are in conflict. You cannot say, I am ready for love, while believing, I will always be abandoned. You cannot affirm abundance while believing you are bad with money. The universe mirrors certainty, not hope. The role of emotion in strengthening belief. Emotion is the force that binds belief and vibration together. It gives belief energy and momentum. When you affirm, "I am worthy of success," it may feel false at first, but when you connect it with gratitude, pride, joy, or love, your state shifts. You move from repetition into embodiment. This is why visualization, scripting, and gratitude practices are so effective. They create emotional alignment with new beliefs. And when belief is felt deeply, the universe responds strongly, realigning your belief system. To create lasting change, you must become the version of yourself who already lives your desired reality. Ask yourself, if my dream were already true, what would I believe about myself? What would I believe about others? What would I believe about life? Then begin thinking, feeling, and acting from that identity. This is not pretending. It is alignment. The universe does not respond to who you used to be. It responds to who you are being now. Chapter 4. Asking the universe with clarity. Asking is more than speaking desires aloud or writing them in a journal. It is focused communication with the field of consciousness, the intelligent universe that responds to vibration, belief, and emotional tone. When done correctly, asking becomes the bridge between inner desire and outer reality. Why clarity matters. Clarity is energetic precision. The clearer your request, the easier it is for the universe to respond. Vague intentions create vague results. Imagine walking into a restaurant and saying, "I'll have food." The waiter would be confused. Food how? What kind? This is how many people unknowingly speak to the universe. They say, "I want happiness. I need money. I want love." These are undefined signals. The universe does not respond to unclear desire. It aligns with confident, specific requests. The more defined your desire, the stronger the signal, and the faster the response. Clarity begins with honesty. Before asking the universe for anything, you must be honest with yourself. What do I truly want? Not what others expect. Not what sounds impressive. If no one were watching, what would I choose? If fear did not exist, what would I ask for? If success were guaranteed, what desire would I pursue? This honesty connects you to your core desires. Core desires are aligned with your higher self. They carry meaning, purpose, and resonance. When you ask from this place, your request carries real power, from intention to inquiry. In Chapter 2, you set intentions. Now those intentions become clear requests. Asking may take many forms: spoken affirmations, written declarations, journaling or scripting, visualization of the desire as already fulfilled, emotional alignment with the feeling of success. You do not need every method. Consistency in one creates clarity. The universe does not understand language. It understands frequency. Asking clearly means aligning belief, emotion, and vibration with the reality you want to experience. The formula for asking with clarity: what plus why plus feeling equals a clear request. What do you want? Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want a new job," say, "I am working in a creative, supportive environment where I am paid well to do what I love." Why do you want it? Connect it to meaning. I desire this because it allows me to grow, serve others, and live a balanced life. Feeling the end result. Imagine that you already have it. Feel the freedom, the joy, the excitement, the peace, whatever your desire would bring into your life. When this clarity is infused with consistent energy, it begins to magnetize the right people, events, and opportunities into your experience. Asking from a place of trust. This chapter builds directly on what you learned in Chapter 3. Belief is the emotional anchor for your desires. Without belief, even the clearest request carries resistance. Asking from doubt is like sending a message and pulling it back before it arrives. You must ask as if the answer is already in motion. The most powerful way to do this is to ask once, clearly and intentionally, and then move into a state of expectation. Let it go, knowing the universe has heard you. Your role is not to chase or control the outcome. Your role is to remain aligned and open to receive, avoiding common mistakes when asking. Even people who understand manifestation can fall into subtle traps. Vagueness. Saying, "I just want more money," lacks clarity. How much? By when? How would it feel? Neediness. Asking from desperation, saying, "Please, I need this now," emits a low vibration. It signals lack, not fulfillment. Over-asking, repeating the same request out of anxiety, only reinforces doubt. The universe already heard you. Trust it. Conflicting requests. One day you ask for success. The next day you fear being seen. Mixed signals create mixed results. To correct this, return to the basics. Clarity of desire, alignment with belief, and vibrational consistency. Visualization and affirmation, the tools of clarity. Visualization is the mental rehearsal of your desired reality. But it is more than seeing. It is a feeling. When you visualize, engage all your senses. What does it look like? What do you hear? Who is around you? How do you feel? Affirmations are spoken anchors. They keep your vibration aligned with your request. Use statements like, "I am now receiving my desire in perfect timing. I am aligned, open, and ready to receive. Everything I have asked for is already on its way." Repeat them daily, not from fear, but to stay rooted in the version of you who already has what you desire. Aligning action with your request. The universe responds to movement. While your energy does the heavy lifting, physical action accelerates the flow. After you ask, take inspired action. Actions that feel natural and guided. If you have asked for a new relationship, place yourself in environments where connection is possible. If you have asked for career expansion, update your resume or begin the project you have been imagining. Action signals commitment. It tells the universe, "I believe in this request, and I am ready to meet it halfway." Signs and synchronicities. Once you ask with clarity, the universe begins responding. Often the first signs are subtle. A new idea appears unexpectedly. Someone says something that confirms your direction. You begin seeing repeating numbers like 111 or 333. These are not coincidences. They are echoes from the field of manifestation. Acknowledge them. Appreciate them. Celebrate them. They are signs that your request is unfolding. Asking the universe with clarity is not about begging. It is about declaring who you are and what you are ready to receive. When your intention is clear, your belief is aligned, and your vibration is stable, your request becomes undeniable. To summarize, know what you want. Align it with a meaningful reason. Ask with emotional clarity and certainty. Trust that it is done. Stay open. Take inspired action. And watch for signs. Chapter 5. Trusting the process. By now you have built a strong foundation. You understand the vibrational nature of reality. how to set clear intentions, the role of belief, and how to ask the universe with clarity. But after asking comes the most overlooked and often the most difficult step in manifestation: trusting the process. It is easy to feel confident when progress is visible. But what about when nothing seems to be happening? When doubt appears? When it feels like your desire is taking too long? This chapter is about maintaining alignment during the waiting, because the space between asking and receiving is where your true power is formed. The space between. After asking clearly, you enter the receiving phase. This is not passive waiting. It is an energetic incubation. This is the time when your desire begins forming in the physical world. Think of planting a seed. You do not dig it up every day to check its progress. You water it. You trust the soil. You trust the sun. Manifestation works the same way. When you do not see results yet, it does not mean nothing is happening. Often it means the universe is rearranging things behind the scenes. Just like roots growing underground, the work is invisible until one day it breaks through, releasing the how and the when. Trust requires surrendering control over how and when your desire appears. This is where most resistance forms. Questions like, "How will this happen?" or "Why is it taking so long?" often carry doubt. The universe responds to frequency, not urgency. When you try to control the process, you block it. Letting go is not giving up. It is saying, "I trust you." And trust clears the channel for receiving. Detachment, the master key. You must care enough to ask, but be detached enough to release. Detachment does not mean you stop wanting. It means your happiness is no longer dependent on the outcome. You say, "I desire this, but I am whole either way." That energy signals confidence and worthiness. Detachment creates space, and space allows manifestation to flow. Imagine holding water in a clenched fist. It slips away. Open your hand, and it settles naturally. That is the energy of detachment. Navigating doubt and delay. Doubt may still arise, and that is human. Doubt is not failure. It is simply a thought. The key is not to fight it, but to reframe it. Remember past moments when things worked out unexpectedly. Use those memories as anchors. The absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Journaling can help. Write your doubts, then write counter-perspectives. "It's taking too long" becomes "everything arrives in divine timing." What if it fails? Becomes, what if it arrives better than expected? I feel stuck. Becomes, growth often feels still before movement begins. You do not need perfect faith. You only need to choose trust more often than fear. The universe responds to vibration, not time. Your desire already exists energetically. Delays happen not because the universe resists, but because of impatience, control, or tension. When you relax, flow returns. Peace, presence, and gratitude raise your frequency and speed alignment. Inspired action versus forced action. Trust does not mean inaction. It means listening for inspired movement. Inspired action feels natural and exciting. Forced action feels tense and rushed. You may feel nudged to contact someone, explore a new idea, or change direction. Follow those nudges. They are guidance beyond logic. This is often how miracles arrive. Synchronicity and signs. When trust deepens, synchronicities appear. Right place, right time, right conversation, repeating numbers. These are confirmations. Acknowledge them. Smile. say thank you. They whisper, you are aligned. Trust as a daily practice. Trust grows with repetition. Each time you choose calm over panic, you strengthen it. Begin each day affirming, I trust the timing and intelligence of the universe. End each day with gratitude, including gratitude for what is on its way. Trust is not passive. It is alignment. Trust is the container that allows manifestation to unfold. Chapter 6. Receiving and acknowledging manifestations. You have set intentions. You have an aligned belief. You have asked clearly and trusted the process. Now comes the next essential step, learning how to receive. Many people unknowingly block what they ask for, sometimes from disbelief, sometimes from feeling unworthy, sometimes because the universe delivers in an unexpected form. This chapter is about becoming open, present, and receptive. Receiving is not effort. It is open. Receptivity is calm, soft, and available. It is the opposite of striving. Many live in constant doing, but receiving requires being. Trust opens the door. Receptivity allows it in. Why do some people not receive it? If receiving were easy, everyone would be living their dream life. Often, when manifestation is close, we block it unconsciously. One common reason is unworthiness. If deep down you do not believe you deserve love, success, or abundance, you will resist it energetically. This brings us back to belief. What you believe determines what you allow. We expect things to look a certain way. Sometimes your manifestation arrives differently than you imagined. Maybe the job offer comes from another city. Maybe the relationship doesn't begin with fireworks, but with quiet companionship. If you become too attached to the form, you'll miss the gift. Often, we're not present enough to notice. Manifestations don't always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes they come as subtle opportunities, gentle shifts, or intuitive nudges. If your mind is always racing ahead, you'll overlook the signs that it's already working. The key is to stay grounded, aware, and open-minded. Gratitude is the gateway to more. Gratitude is the bridge between asking and receiving. When you express sincere appreciation for what you've received, even if it feels small, you tell the universe, yes, I see this. I recognize it. I am ready for more. Gratitude is not just a feel-good emotion. It is a vibrational state. It tunes your frequency to abundance. When you feel grateful, you are no longer focused on lack. You align with the presence of what you asked for, and whatever you focus on expands. Begin your day with a short gratitude ritual. Reflect on what has already arrived, even if it's just a shift in mindset or a new idea. Write things like, I'm grateful for the clarity I received yesterday. I'm thankful for the unexpected call from a friend. It reminded me that I'm supported. I appreciate the sense of peace I feel today. Gratitude trains both your mind and your vibration to recognize abundance. Celebrating your manifestations. Manifestation doesn't end when something arrives. It continues through integration. When something you desired shows up, take time to truly celebrate it. Celebration signals to the universe that you fully received and acknowledged the gift. This doesn't mean throwing a big party, although you can. It may be as simple as taking a mindful walk while reflecting on how far you've come, sharing the good news with a trusted friend, or writing in your journal, "This came to me. I manifested this, and I am grateful." Celebration is not vanity. It is vibrational anchoring. It locks in the feeling that this new reality is now normal for you. And once it feels normal, your energy naturally allows for even more. The practice of openness. Sometimes what you ask for arrives in unexpected ways. The job you imagined may first appear as a freelance opportunity. The love you desire may begin as a friendship. The money may come through a gift or forgiven debt. To receive fully, practice non-resistance. Don't judge the form your desire arrives in. Trust that the universe understands your needs better than you do. Say to yourself, I am open to receiving my desires in the best possible way. Even if it looks different, I trust it aligns with my highest good. This mindset keeps you flexible and creates space for divine intelligence to work. Integration, making your new reality last. When something you've manifested arrives, it can feel exciting, but also unsettling. Your mind may ask, is this too good to be true? Or, can I really handle this? This is why integration matters. Integration means accepting your new reality as part of who you are. It means adjusting your habits and self-image to match your new life, and releasing old stories that no longer serve you. For example, if you manifest a higher income, begin managing your finances like someone who deserves it. If you manifest a relationship, show up with openness and honest communication. The universe gave you this gift because you were ready. Now live like it. The more you stay in the vibration of gratitude, worthiness, and joy, the more manifestations flow to you effortlessly, naturally, and abundantly. Chapter 7. Handling setbacks and staying aligned. No manifestation journey is perfectly smooth. Even when you've practiced intention, belief, clarity, and gratitude, life can still bring challenges. Sometimes things don't happen in the way or timing you expect. Sometimes doubt appears. Other times, old habits and fears resurface just as you're close to a breakthrough. This chapter is about those moments, because setbacks are not failures. They are invitations, opportunities to deepen alignment, clarify desires, and strengthen your connection with the universe. The nature of the manifestation path. As discussed in Chapter 5, trusting the process is essential. The manifestation path is rarely straight. More often, it moves in a spiral. You may revisit old patterns or face situations that seem opposite to what you asked for. This isn't the universe rejecting you. It's revealing where your energy still needs alignment. A delay is not a denial. A challenge is not a punishment. A detour is not a dead end. These moments often come right before major growth and powerful manifestations. Think of a slingshot. Sometimes you are pulled back, not to hold you back, but to launch you forward with greater clarity and force. Common setbacks and what they truly mean. First, delays. When a manifestation takes longer than expected, it's easy to believe something is wrong. Often delays mean the universe is arranging a better version of your desire. Or they mean you are being prepared internally to fully receive and hold what you asked for. Ask yourself, am I truly ready? Is there still fear, doubt, or resistance within me? Use the delay as an invitation to look inward, not as a reason to quit. Second, emotional setbacks. You may suddenly feel unmotivated, anxious, or discouraged even after progress. These emotional waves are natural. What matters isn't avoiding them, but learning how to move through them. Emotional resilience is essential. As explored in Chapter 3, beliefs shape emotions. When you feel off balance, revisit your beliefs. Are old patterns of fear, scarcity, or unworthiness resurfacing? If so, gently redirect with affirmations, journaling, or supportive conversations. Third, external challenges. You might lose a job opportunity, experience financial pressure, or go through a breakup during your journey. While painful, these challenges often serve as catalysts. They push you to realign with your truth and release what no longer supports your path. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, view them as breakthroughs in disguise. staying aligned during difficult moments. Alignment is not about being perfect, it's about constant recalibration, like a pilot adjusting course during turbulence. You always have the power to return to your center. 1. Return to presence. Pause. Breathe. Come back to now. Ask yourself, what is true at this moment? Most of the time, the present is far calmer than the future your mind imagines. Presence dissolves fear. 2. Reconnect with your why. Why did you set this intention? Return to the emotional and spiritual roots of your desire. The deeper your reason, the stronger your resilience. 3. Use setbacks as mirrors. Every challenge reflects something back to you. Ask, what is this showing me about my energy, beliefs, or habits? This self-inquiry is where real transformation begins. 4. Shift from resistance to curiosity. Instead of fighting the challenge, become curious. Ask, what if this is exactly what I need? How might this be guiding me towards something better? Curiosity is more powerful than control. It opens you to possibilities you may not have considered. Tools to regain alignment. Let's get practical. When you're feeling off, here are tools that can quickly bring you back into vibrational harmony. Visualization reboot. Return to your original vision. See it clearly again in your mind's eye. Step into it emotionally. Feel the joy, the peace, or the excitement of already having it. Gratitude reset. Gratitude, as we emphasized in Chapter 6, recalibrates your entire frequency. Make a list of 5 things you're grateful for right now. Don't just write them. Feel them. Movement and breath work. Energy can become stuck in the body. Shake, dance, walk, stretch, or practice breath work to shift your state. Spiritual reconnection. Meditate, pray, or speak to the universe. Say out loud, I may not know the way, but I trust that you do. I release this, and I am ready to receive what's best for me. Building resilience as a manifester. Resilience is not about being tough. It's about being elastic. It's the ability to bend without breaking, to fall and rise again, stronger and clearer. To build this kind of resilience, practice emotional self-regulation. Notice when your mind starts to catastrophize and consciously interrupt that loop. Surround yourself with supportive energy. Seek out people, spaces, or content that uplift you. Give yourself permission to rest. Alignment doesn't always require effort. Sometimes it requires stillness, when nothing seems to be working. What if you've done everything right, and still nothing happens? This is when the ego is most tempted to quit. But it's also when you are closest to a breakthrough. Often the darkest night comes before the brightest dawn. If you can stay aligned even when results are invisible, you demonstrate mastery. Remember this truth. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. So become the version of yourself who already lives the life you desire. Feel as they would feel. Think as they would think. Show up as they would show up. Hold the vibration until the physical reality catches up. You were never off path. Even your detours were part of the journey. Even your mistakes were part of your learning. You cannot mess this up because manifestation is not about control. It's about co-creation. Stay steady. Stay open. Keep talking to the universe because the universe is always listening and it always responds. As we come to the end of this audiobook, take a moment to pause. Breathe deeply. You've just traveled through an extraordinary exploration, a journey through energy, clarity, belief, trust, alignment, and the powerful art of asking the universe. And now, let us return to the most essential truth we began with. You are not separate from the universe. You are a living expression of it. You are not speaking to some distant cosmic force, hoping it hears you. You are the voice. You are the energy. You are the field itself, becoming aware of its own creative power. The journey was revisited. In Chapter 1, you learned that the universe is not just stars and galaxies. It is vibration, frequency, and energy responding in real time to your inner state. You discovered that your thoughts and emotions are not private whispers, but powerful broadcasts shaping your reality. In Chapter 2, you practiced the art of setting clear intentions. You learned to be specific, not vague, aligned, not desperate. You discovered that desire is the blueprint, and clarity is the ink that draws the lines. Chapter 3 reminded you that without belief, intention is empty. Belief is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. And the most important belief is not just that your desires are possible, but that you are worthy of receiving them. Chapter 4 taught you how to ask with clarity, not in confusion, not in contradiction, but with bold certainty. You learned to speak the language of the universe through emotion, imagination, and presence. You learned that to ask is to assume it is already given. In Chapter 5, we explored the power of trusting the process. You learned how releasing control opens doors that force never could. You understood that the universe works on divine timing, not deadlines. Chapter 6 taught you how to receive, not just with your hands, but with your heart. You learned to recognize manifestations, express gratitude, and stay open for more. Because gratitude is the magnet, and presence is the channel. In Chapter 7, we faced the storms. You learned how to stay grounded when things go off course. You reframed setbacks as signals, delays as preparation, and challenges as sacred initiations. You became a resilient, aware creator, one who bends but does not break. And now, here you are. You are not just a manifestor, you are a messenger. To speak with the universe is not only to receive what you want, it is to remember who you are. You are not powerless. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are a frequency, a soul, a spark of divine intelligence encoded with purpose and potential. The same energy that spins planets and ignites stars flows through you. When you speak with aligned thought, emotion, and intention, you command reality to shape itself around your truth. This is not fantasy. This is not wishful thinking. This is conscious co-creation beyond technique, becoming the embodiment. Techniques like visualization, scripting, meditation, and affirmations are powerful tools, but tools only work when used with embodiment and integrity. You don't just visualize abundance, you embody the mindset of someone who already lives it. You don't just repeat affirmations about love, you become the loving version of yourself who attracts it naturally. You don't just ask the universe, you listen to its response, even when it arrives as silence, delay, or redirection. True power is not in doing more. It is in becoming more aligned with who you truly are. When you embody the energy of your desires, the illusion of separation dissolves. There is no more trying to manifest. You become a natural magnet for the reality that matches your vibration. From student to master. You began this journey wanting to learn how to talk to the universe. Now you realize you were always in conversation. Every thought was a message. Every emotion was a vibration. Every action was a signal. Every moment was a mirror. You are no longer just a student of manifestation. You are the master of your frequency, the artist of your reality, the oracle of your destiny. Wisdom has spoken, and your awareness has heard. A final invitation. So what now? You move forward not to chase, but to express what already lives within you. You trust, not to escape fear, but because you've met your own power. You speak to the universe not with desperate requests, but with quiet confidence. And you listen, not to noise, but to the guidance rising from within. Remember, the universe is not outside of you. You are the universe made conscious, creative, and capable of infinite change. This is the secret the sages whispered. This is the code the mystics carried. This is the truth that ancient temples protected. And now, it is your gift. Parting words. If this journey opens something within you, keep going. Revisit these teachings. Reflect on your growth. Share the message. Live it. Breathe it. Radiate it. Because when you change your frequency, you change your world. And when enough of us do the same, we change the world together. The universe is still listening. What will you say next? Thank you for being here. Thank you for remembering. May every thought be aligned, every desire be clear, and every day a sacred conversation with the divine. Now go and speak your reality into being.